What is going on, boys? SKITZ here, back with my 7th coffee talk. And for those of you that have no idea what these are different from my short and sweet World of Warcraft and Overwatch guides. These pretty much are made for you to put these on in the car for your commute, or if you're in the gym, or if you have 30, 45 minutes or an hour to kill. You can put these on and listen to them pertaining to World of Warcraft and gold making. So I go over a couple main points in each coffee talk. I'll let you guys know, give you almost the itinerary of what's going on today in today's coffee talk, but pretty much what's going on. Patch 7.1.5 just got released. My expertise is in jewel crafting and in gold making in general, but I'm going to talk about the market right now in 7.1.5, what's going on right now, and then when Nighthold releases Tuesday, January 17th for NA, for North American realms, and then Wednesday, January 18th for European realms, Nighthold will be released. So what's going on in this coffee talk? We're going to talk about the new alts. A lot of people are scooping up and leveling different alts because of class changes. We'll go over that. The artifact knowledge catch up with all of those levels and what you can purchase and how that is affecting the gem market. Also, like I said before, the new class changes, people re-rolling because, for instance, marksman, hunters, rip are absolutely, I don't want to say trash right now, but I've seen a lot of Reddit posts and blue posts, and I think WoW just did a live stream on Twitter about 2 days ago with a couple devs talking about Brawlers Guild and what's been going on, and just wanted to pop in and say hello. And the entire Twitch chat was just raging over their class changes and what happened, and hunters and mages, so on and so forth. So we're going to talk about people re-rolling different alts and different characters now in 7.1.5, which is very popular because a lot of people have alts, let them marinate and just chill, and then when each patch is released, they decide, oh, this alt got a buff, I want to play him this patch, or this alt got a buff, I'm going to play him this patch. What does that mean? More gear, more jewels, and like I said before in all my jewel crafting guides, you can't unsocket and then resocket gems. So once you get a piece of gear, you socket it, you get something better, you have to replace it, so you have to get another gem. So with Nighthold being released, which I'll talk about a little bit later, new bosses equals new gear, new gem slots, so on and so forth. Next, the legendary buffs. Blingatron 6000, the drunk robot, is now coughing up legendaries. So with that being said, there is a ton of new ways to obtain legendaries in the Broken Isles, and I think through Heroics and Mythic Plus, they buffed it. What I am hearing, they buffed that. So with that being said, more gear, more legendaries, more prime time gear. Legendaries are best in slot sometimes, so you're definitely going to be putting a Saber's Eye or a 150 stat gem in those, which is going to be awesome. And then finally, the jewel crafting, the new world quests they put in, gem cutters needed. I'm going to put a specific short and sweet guide out for that. I recorded the video of how to properly do that to make or to get the most out of that world quest at all times. But we're going to go into that, and then we're going to wrap it up with just what's going on now generally with all my gold. I bought up a year's worth of WoW tokens a couple days ago, and we'll talk about how I got there, and then we'll move forward. So let's jump into it, guys. All right, guys, to start off, the new catch-up for artifact knowledge. You guys are familiar with it. I personally haven't really messed with it. It really doesn't have anything to do with gold making, in the fact that just because they released the artifact knowledge catch up, that is just giving people incentives to re-roll a different class or a different spec, and then, you know, go out and just give them interest in leveling a new character. So what does that mean? New characters, new gear, new, you know what I'm saying, new progression on those accounts means jewels. And if you guys, excuse me, haven't noticed, the market is starting to climb again, not only in preparation for Nighthold, but from the artifact knowledge. All of these points I'm going to touch on here are all have to do with the jewel crafting market. Now, I don't want to say fully rebounding, because there is some undercut undercutting, I guess, going on still, and it's crazier on different realms, whether you're Oceanic or NA or EU. But for the most part, the gems are starting to go back up because they hit rock bottom a couple weeks before 7.1.5 got released. So the new artifact knowledge catch-up is awesome because, like I said, it just gives people incentives to try different spec. New specs mean new gear. New specs also mean new characters that are being played because of the class changes, which is a segue into my next point. So the new class changes are affecting a lot of people, not only in mythic progression, but with the new Nighthold raid coming out, guilds and, you know what I'm saying, a majority of the top end raiding guilds want to have their best team, I guess you can say, on the field. So kind of a baseball reference there for you guys. But with that, I mean, all I'm seeing on Reddit is charts and class notifications of achievements being done in mythic dungeons and hunters being left out, right? I mean, how often do you get to say that? Because the beginning of the expansion and really throughout a majority of the expansions, hunters have been just powerhouses. So shadow priests, I think, have just dodged this nerf or this class change in as a whole altogether. But with that being said, all of the less fortunate, I guess, players that are playing tunes that aren't as needed in Mythic Plus or Raids or Emerald Nightmare or Nighthold, which is coming, they kind of have taken a back seat. So again, what does that mean? New characters are emerging because mains are getting put on ice because of, you know, how viable they are and if they're needed or not in, you know, end game progression and raids, you know, so on and so forth. So re-rolling and artifact knowledge, first 2 points on why the gem market is increasing and going back up again. So third, I'm gonna take a sip of coffee here, guys. Excuse me, you guys know I'm sipping coffee during the coffee talk. Third is the legendary buffs, guys. They added a bunch of new, not only class-specific legendaries, but just general, you know, rings and all kinds of goodies throughout the Broken Isles that you're able to obtain a lot easier than before, because people were crying about, I can't get a legendary, I can't do this, I can't do that. So a slight nerf on the legendaries. Blingatron, again, 6,000, the drunk robot, is dropping legendaries, and I know people that have been farming on 4 or 5 different accounts day in and day out and haven't even got the sniff of orange. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, a lot more legendaries are popping off. A lot more people are scooping those up. Again, more legendaries means more gems, and not only more gems, but if you have a legendary with a slot open, chances are you're going to put a Saber's Eye in that. So the Saber's Eye market, if you guys noticed, has gone up as well, because more legendaries, more reason to put the best possible gem in that, the prismatic slot, enchant it, you know, go about your business. So the new artifact knowledge catch up your levels, the new class changes, which is causing re-rolling, and now the legendary buff with more legendaries dropping from different and multiple sources is helping out a lot with the gem market. So number 4 is huge, guys. The Nighthold raid 7.1.5 dropped, and then a week after, on official dates, the 17th, which is a Tuesday, January, North American realms will be released. I guess you can say Nighthold. The normal and heroic difficulties will only open, and then they will slowly do mythic, and then they'll open up different wings, is what I am hearing. So Wednesday, January 18th, European realms are available to start running Nighthold. So what does this mean, guys? 10 new bosses, new loot, new gems. I honestly picture a lot of markets, the food markets, all of, you know, alchemists with the potions and flasks and all that kind of stuff. All of this new tier of raiding and Nighthold opening is just stirring the pot up again for all of your crafting reagents and all of your, you know, materials to make sure Nighthold runs smooth. So with that being said, not only on Tuesday, January 17th for NA and Wednesday, January 18th for EU, not only are normal and heroic difficulties opening for Nighthold, but each week or each week and a half, I think, or 2 weeks after that, Mythic will open, and then a different tier and a different tier. So there's always going to be people running this and pugging this and scooping up random gear. And you know what I'm saying? 10 new bosses is a lot. So new gear, new gems, and those are the 4 big reasons right now I can see in patch 7.1.5 the jewel crafting market is back, and it is I'm doing very, very well with it. I didn't take a back seat to it for a little bit before 7.1.5 came out, but I was noticing a lot more undercuts, and I can deal with the undercuts and I can power through it and list stuff on the auction house. But as far as them undercutting by that much in the plethora of gems that were on the auction house, I really didn't want anything to do with it. I just swapped over to mining. I went into some of my favorite caves, which you guys can check out, or if you pop into my live stream and type !ore or !more ore, one word, it'll give you some of my favorite farms that I go on for fell slate and laystone seams and fellfire basilics, you know, so on and so forth. So that is what I basically was doing that until 7.1.5 dropped, and then when 7.1.5 dropped, I took notice the first couple days in the first week of the market, and I was like, wow, you know, gems are going back up. Fell slate and laystone is getting snatched up at a little bit of a quicker, you know, pace, and they're starting to balance out. The auction house is starting to balance out. So I checked the Undermine journal. Prices are definitely going back up. Not crazy, and I'm sure some of you listening will be like, SKITZ, dude, my realm is still jacked up. It will correct itself. So definitely look out for that. So again, guys, the artifact knowledge definitely yielding more gems, the need for more gems with new alts, the new class changes, re-rolling again, RIP marksman hunters, the new legendary drop chance, the buffs, ridiculous, because a lot more people are landing on legendaries, which also is going to equal more gems and more need to buy gems. And then Nighthold is on its way. So not only are people going to be buying gems as they drop, the big guilds, guys, they're stocking up. They're not getting a piece of gear, coming back, having a little snack in Orgrimmar or Stormwind, and then socketing it and enchanting it. No, it drops. They have a gem and an enchant or whatever they need on point, on site, to enchant it and, you know, keep it moving, because the progression is very important. Every little edge matters, and people are going to be stocking up before this drop. So guys, it's only 3 days away. So the chances of the gems just, you know, flying at this point leading up into Nighthold's release is going to be absolutely insane, which is going to bring me, I'll go over this lastly. What am I doing to prepare for Nighthold? If you guys do not think I'm snatching up every single bogus priced gem, uncut and cut, you're tripping. Because I'm looking at all the Maelstrom Sapphires that are going for 200 gold uncut or whatever. I'm buying up 100 of those. The Eye of Prophecy that are going for 800 gold and 900 gold, 1,000 gold, taking all those. I'm buying up all that stuff, because worst case, the market will be cleared out and reset, and then we can choose to, you know, whatever price we dictate on our realm will be that. I mean, that's going to be the starting point for the new norm leading into Nighthold, because the gems are going to be selling fast enough that you're not going to have the crazy undercutters just going nuts the first week or 2 weeks of Nighthold, because it's, think about it as just a brand new Emerald Nightmare that just got released. You guys remember how crazy the markets were when a brand new dungeon got released? So the hype around that is crazy. Believe it or not, people are going to be coming back to World of Warcraft that kind of capped out and got frustrated with the artifact knowledge and, you know, the artifact power grind and all that kind of stuff. They capped out tunes. They're at 885 or 890, and they're like, you know what, I'm going to chill out until the new stuff's released. I'll pop in casually and do what I have to do, but I'm not going to really come back until Nighthold is released. Coffee break. So I'm going nuts with, most importantly, all the Fury Stone and Pandemonite, the Fellwort, and the Infernal Brimstone, the 4 big materials for your Saber's Eye. I'm snatching all of those up. Those are going to be the heavy hitters, and then of course you need to stock up on your Bloods before Nighthold's release. So whether you have to go out and farm them, do regular mythics, the best way to farm, in my opinion, is weekly knock out your regular mythics, not mythic plus obviously, but just mythic 0 people call it. Spam heroics. Don't go in there regularly and just wait for the queue. Put a group together. Make a group, say I want to do heroic spams, 4 bloods, chain pulling, you know, in and out, chill mode. You'll find groups of people doing that. If you list what it's for, people understand. And if they don't understand, they'll be like, oh wow, you know, Nighthold's coming, I didn't think of that, let me go farm some bloods too. So world quests, obviously, enchanted, your shoulders boon of the blood hunter, revered, I was gonna say exalted, revered reputation with the wardens down there in Warden's Redoubt in Azuna. Guys, I'm literally not even looking at a map or anything right now. I'm just off of muscle memory of doing guides and stuff. That's pretty crazy. But make sure you have that boon of the blood hunter enchant on your shoulders. Again, revered reputation with the wardens, and you should be good to go. So the worst thing that could happen is Nighthold drops. The gem prices are crazy. You sell through like 30 gems and you're like, damn, I'm making a killing, and you can't make the next 30 gems because you're all sold out and you didn't think that they would fly like that. So lastly, I want to go over the new jewel crafting world quests. I'm going to put out a specific guide to this, but if you guys have noticed in Dalaran, where the jewel crafting area is, all of the big through the quest lines, you guys have met all of those people. They have the gem cutters needed, the 6 new world quests, which basically you go up to them and it says you have to craft or cut a gem, and in the least amount of cuts will yield a more powerful gem. So when I first went in there, I got into the hut, the world quest notification popped up, you know, blah blah blah, you're here. And then when I scrolled over my mini map, it said cut a purple gem. So me not thinking and not being, you know, just having no observation whatsoever, I go into my bag, I cut a green purple gem. Doesn't give me the notification, the 1 out of 1. So I'm like, huh, weird, maybe it's got to be a rare purple gem. So I cut a masterful shadow ruby, and sure enough, nothing. So I look at the map, mini map again, and there it shows 0 out of 1, cut a purple gem, and I'm like, what are you guys talking about? So I know some people even went so far as to go back into like Legion gems and cut different purple gems to figure it out. I looked up on Wowhead and Reddit and all this kind of stuff, and people were having the same problems. They just went in, had no idea what to do, and we're just cutting gems randomly. So come to find out, there is a jewel crafting table where the gem is located, and just like when you started the jewel crafting quest chain, there is a gem with all kinds of extra shards coming off of it, and in the least amount of moves that you can clean the gem off, it will yield either a green gem or a rare gem, or even a saber's eye has been reported to drop from this jewel crafting world quest. And this comes up every 2 to 3 days, I believe. I just did it again this morning. I'll put the guide out, the short and sweet guide on how to do this after the coffee talk. But yeah, definitely take advantage of that, and make sure you're doing it in the right way. In the right way, I mean, when I first clicked on the gem to clean it up, I was just spam clicking all these shards because I had no idea what was going on. As soon as I started clicking, I saw a number appear, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I was like, man, that's weird. So it records and it tracks how many steps or how many chances you have to clean off the gem. And what reports are, I guess from the data mining that I've seen, anything around 20 to 25, I guess, clean cuts or lower, you will receive a rare gem, and anything above 26, 27, 28 to 30 will give you a green gem. So make sure you guys are cleaning off the gem. And the new world quest, again, in 7.1.5 called Jewel Crafters Needed in Dalaran. Make sure you guys are doing that in the best way to get the I guess, just the most efficient way, so you're not wasting this the jewel crafting daily that pops up, or world quest that pops up every 2 to 3 days. So with that being said, guys, we're going to segue into the last part of this coffee talk. We'll wrap it up, and then we'll go from there. final thoughts, guys, and in no particular order, I'm just going through what I've done in the first couple days of 7.1.5 being released and what to expect from Nighthold and what's going to happen. What I am doing is I'm making sure I have a perfect stock of gems, just, you know, at all times. Shadow Ruby, Maelstrom Sapphires, the Eye of Prophecy, your Dawn Lights, cut and uncut. I'm also keeping my uncommon gems around, the Azunites, the Sky Stones, all of those, just in case the new upgrades to Obliterum happen. The prices haven't gone up, haven't been crazy like everyone's saying, but with Nighthold coming out and new gear and all that kind of stuff, Obliterum prices could spike. So what does that mean? If you have quick Azunite or cut green gems, I put up a short and sweet guide to that. One green gem equals one Obliterum. Make sure you guys are staying aware and make sure you're checking the prices on all of your gems, because who knows, Obliterum could spike and rise, and there could be a lot of green gems laying around as usual for cheap. You can buy them up, obliterate them, and make a ridiculous profit. So making sure I have Fell Slate, Laystone, or on deck just to hang out. The prices of ore might go up, so you never know. It's always good to have a couple stacks of that laying around. I have Obliterum. I have over 100 Obliterum I'm sitting on, and I'm listing it right now at an astronomical price. I'm not worried about it selling. I'm worrying about the price catching up to how expensive mine is, so everybody can start making profit, and then I can do my due diligence with, or, you know, listing underneath when the prices catch up. So make sure you have a lot of gems, uncut and cut. Don't go out of your way to buy up random gems. Excuse me, that was a Twitch notification for a new follow. And make sure you have enough gold, I would say 100k or 200k minimum, to be able to start buying and reselling when Nighthold drops. So a lot of people might dump if there's any bots left, or any people that are actually just waiting to sell their full stock when Nighthold drops. I would buy it all up. Know what price your gems are currently sitting at, and then you'll know when Nighthold drops whether they're selling quick or slow, or the prices are dropping, and you'll be able to tell, you know, you'll be able to gauge if you're, you know, currently playing, or you're throughout the week you pop on enough to know what your prices are. And the Undermine Journal is a great spot to check if you don't know, you know, what's going on with your current realm's prices and the overall price, the global price on EU and NA. So that's about it, guys. I bought up also, again, 300 days of game time on stream the other day. We were bored, but I checked the prices of the game time, the tokens again, and they're going up. They might fluctuate day in and day out and go down 1,000 gold or back up 1,000 gold, but for the most part, they're going up and up and up and up. So they were 60k. I bought 10 of them, and we kept it moving. I know EU, it's over 100k still, but I'm not going to sit around and wait for them to keep going up, and if they go back down a couple thousand gold or even 10,000 gold or whatever, I'll be able to deal with it. I just don't want to be out in the cold and in a month from now, when they release, or if they release, the 7.1.5 trader for Blizzard Entertainment goods with your game time tokens, I want to be prepared for that. So if you have the gold, why not buy some game time tokens? The worst case scenario, you'll have the game time, and you can play WoW until you're 147. So that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this coffee talk. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. We are pushing 5,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome. I am on the cusp of getting partnered on Twitch. I would not be here on YouTube and on Twitch and all my social media platforms without you guys. I stopped everything I was doing, saved up enough money through school and bartending, and when I graduated college, I said, enough. I'm not hungry to wake up and sell life insurance or bartend or sit at a desk. I want to put out great content. I want you guys to appreciate it, and you guys do, and you guys are awesome, and I thank you guys for that. So once again, a new SKITZ cord, my Discord channel is up. I would love for you to pop in and just hang out and marinate. If you have any questions, put them in there. I leave my Discord up throughout the day. If I do not reply, immediately, I will get back to you as soon as possible. And with that being said, I'm going to put individual channels in my Discord for you guys to put your own content or your ideas, or if you want to promote your stream or your channel, or if you have any questions, not only gold related or World of Warcraft related, but you know, starting your own stream or YouTube channel. I'm also doing stream coaching and starting up people's streams and social media stuff. So with that being said, pop in. I'll put the link in the description below. If you guys could share this video, I know this is a different kind of I guess a different way of delivering World of Warcraft material, which I love. I love short and sweet guides, and I also love something to listen to during my commute, or almost as gaming radio is what I kind of want to get around and get towards. So with that being said, guys, I love y'all to death. I will see y'all in the next video. Check out my live stream. I go live every single night, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/itskits. I will see you guys later. I'm out of here. Peace.